Be sure to order your copy of the Go-Go Offense by Coach Brennan Marion on footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Coach Marion goes through the ins and outs of his explosive offense, one that's tearing up the college football field and putting a lot of points on the scoreboard. Again, you can order your copy at footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense.
All right, so first day of practice, we've been through all the pre-stuff. I think the run yesterday, the guys all handled it well. They're in good shape, so I look forward to getting going. Alex Wesley, I guess, is on PUP, and then you guys all saw that Cameron Moore is on the commissioner's list. So a couple other changes as we go through. I think the important thing to remember on some of the changes we make is we're always trying to spin the back part of the roster to get a look at people. I think that's philosophically what we're going to do as we go through it. So from time to time there'll be a roster change, and it'll be just to make sure we're doing a good job kicking the tires on guys that potentially might have a chance to make it. So with that, I really can't share much. Obviously they're very serious allegations. He's on the commissioner's list, and that's designed so they can go through the process. But
how do you handle that going forward?
Nothing to handle. He's on the commissioner's list. That's it.
What are these first few days about in terms of evaluation, in terms of just getting back out there? What are you looking for?
Yeah, it's really a continuation. You go back to the first install, certainly, but the first installs have the flavor of the whole off-season that worked into them. So it's a continuation of the spring, and you get ready to play this first game here in 2 weeks, and then so it's a process for all the players, but it's also a process physically and mentally, and getting the guys in the kind of shape they need to get into to play a season.
He answers really well. Definitely there's going to be some mistakes made as a rookie, especially at quarterback. He has a lot on his plate, and there were a couple instances where he'd have a bad throw or make a bad read, and he'd come back in and answer right away. Just his picking up the offense and picking up protections and taking advantage of learning Eli, you can tell. So definitely very impressive. He got a lot of work done in the spring, and excited to see him in camp. No. Whoever's at number one is who we're working with. In camp is a good time to to kind of mix personnel. So sometimes we might go with Daniel, and sometimes the twos might go with Eli. So it kind of naturally happens. But our mindset is just to be the best offense we can be with who's on the field. And the coaches do a really good job of putting the guys out there that they're going to work with. So it kind of sometimes naturally happens, but it's not like a purposeful thing that we try to work on.
After your spring, having you full 100% good to go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready to go. Definitely excited just to get out there and compete. Our spring was so much fun watching those guys out there compete, and I'm excited to get back and get out there with them.
Evan, having looked back at your first 2 years, I mean, what are you taking from that to build upon in the second year of the offense?
Last year taught me a lot about just dealing with adversity, knowing that everything happens for a reason, and also how important it is to kind of take care of my body. You got to be professional on the field and off in all aspects. And I just hated missing time, and it kind of taught me to do everything I can off the field to make sure that I stay on the field for my teammates, and also just with the X's and O's, the games just slowed down. I'm able to kind of explore more opportunities for my game and work on some different things that are going to help me get open or help with the running game and small things like that. So definitely just the game slowing down and learning how to take care of my body. Definitely learned a lot through these past 2 years.
How much you looking forward? I mean, I know you had no problem giving it to the offensive guys in the spring, going back and forth. How much are you looking forward to that first day out there today with the crowd? And
camp is different, man. You know, you get to
put on actual equipment instead of t-shirt and underwear, and really get to compete, at a high level with contact, and the D-line and the O-line can get a good pop in there to work on their techniques and blocking and thudding up, just getting used to football again. So I'm definitely excited.
This is the first time in a while, I guess, that you'll have a chance to use family and friends to come watch you practice.
So,
what's that going to be like?
You
expect a big crowd?
I'm honestly not really worried about the crowd, man. I got a job to do. I think it's cool that the fans are involved, and they get to be a part of our training camp. But at the end of the day, you can't have a sloppy practice just because of the fans there. So my main focus is focusing on execution, running to the ball, and honing in on the things I know I need to work on.
Care to reveal those things that you need to hone in and work on?
Not really.
T-back, I didn't even watch.